Okay, everyone. I'm Void here with the Championship Saga recap. Overall, this tournament was one of the best I've ever been to as a spectator, which would have been fantastic. Except I'm going there as a player, so there's a bunch of stress involved. For me personally, the way I prepped for the event involved a lot of just playing with SoCal locals. Played a lot with Zenyu, played a lot with Rich, Larry, played a lot with Korean, and pretty much all of that helped me get out of my pool at the least. Heading into the event, I actually couldn't eat. Like, the day prior to, I was so nervous and stressed out about the event that eating was tough. I probably would have had trouble sleeping if I didn't take melatonin, which is very useful if you need help just like getting drowsy quickly. If I'm not mistaken, it's pretty healthy too. And because of that, I thought I would do pretty bad in my groups. But everyone was nervous. We all had our own demons to fight. So when I first got to the venue, wasn't the first time that I actually saw everything that they were setting up. I saw it on Wednesday when I went to record the Masters video. I saw it on Thursday, again, even more setup, when we did all the Bean Boozled, all the Vicky interviews, all of the nice production stuff that, in my opinion, they executed very, very well at the event. Like I said, it was one of the best events for spectators that I've ever been to. So, going into my matches, my very first match was against Ally. Ally beat me twice at PAX, and I had no VoD's to review since they're not uploaded, so I was pretty scared. Even though I'm pretty proficient at the matchup, Ally can be really insane whenever he wants to, especially if he doesn't get sleep. And I was so sure Ally didn't get sleep, and I'm like, damn. Whenever I fight Ally, I feel way more confident when he gets a good night of sleep. Anyway, I figured as long as I just didn't get janked, I'd be okay, and that was essentially my whole mindset against him. It worked out really well, and it led to me dropping no games, which best case scenario, to be honest. And thanks to that, it helped me feel a little more confident going into my next set against Tweak, because Tweak, first seed of the pool, top 5 player, he's hard to fight, no matter how you look at it. And game 1 against his Cloud, pretty sure I just got a really good first stock, and the rest of it, I just had to make sure I didn't die to limit off the side or get up air juggled when I came in on my second stock. So it was pretty good feeling, because usually I'll struggle with Cloud, especially like top level Clouds. Some days I'll do really good, some days I'll do really bad, and it seemed like that day I did really good. Luckily, I only had to do good for that one game because Tweak went to Bayonetta. Now this game was the most important, because this game went down to the wire, last stock, last hit, and I ended up getting him with corner pressure jabs into hit confirmed for the kill. And I think if I didn't take that game, the set would have been way, way closer. It probably would have went to game 5. But game 3, starting off with a 0 to death, essentially secured my victory, though Tweak had given up. And it was really heartbreaking to be on the opposing end of this, because I respect Tweak a lot as a friend, as a competitor. So I'll be waiting for Tweak to get his fire back. It'll come back and he'll be like just as strong as before, probably better, almost 100% better. I know he will, mentality wise too. So after these 2 games, I'm up 2-0 in my pool, and I know if Wadi beats me and Ally doesn't go 2-1, then I don't make it out first seed and I have to go to the death pool. So my best case scenario is beating Wadi and going 3-0. Luckily, Ally beat Wadi and Tweak, So no matter what, I think I make it out first seed, but that doesn't mean I'm not playing to win, you know? And I don't know what it is about Wadi, but he was so tough. I think it was the wife buff. The just engage Cinepie in the crowd cheering buff, that was so hard. You guys ever fight a top level player with a top level cheerer in the crowd? Now I know how Nairo always does good. But speaking of Nairo, watching him play during his first pool, I was so confident he wasn't going to make it out, and he still did it, and I was so happy. And then we got to watch him again in the death pool, literally one set from making it out. Like, I actually shed a tear. I was so sad, and you could tell how much Nairo wanted it. He got crushed so many times by the round robin format, and he just kept making it back. It was so tough. So after that, I got to go into the bracket, the deadly bracket of the 8 competitors that were left. And I actually really wanted to fight Salem, and I got Salem. Sadly, when I had to play him, I got 3-0 sweeped. It was very brutal. The thing that I think gave me the most trouble was his usage of Nair. Bayonetta's Nair is like a really good move. Very good horizontal and vertical hitbox. Lingers, and if you get a hit, it confirms. But I think Salem's just the best at using that move. He's really, really good with it. And in that set, I didn't have what it took to adapt and to overcome it. So after losing 3-0, I was actually really, really upset. I'm like, damn, I just lost to Nair. I think it was less about losing to Nair and more about me not being able to adapt to it. Because I think it's okay to lose to something when it's really good, but I felt like I had no answers, so I felt like that made me doubt my own abilities, especially at the championship. I'm like, I came all this way to still be trumped by something like that. And yeah, I was pretty heartbroken. I really didn't want to continue playing, but I went outside, I took a walk, I talked it out with Zero. I think Korean gave me space. You gave me space, right? Which is, if somebody's heartbroken over a loss, it's okay to give them space too. That works a lot. And by the time I had to fight Ken, I had all but rekindled my passion to try to just keep it going during the tournament. Also, I didn't think I would fight Ken. I thought I was going to fight Elegant, like 100%. 100%. And Elegant just somehow pulled off Luigi versus Sonic. And he timed out Sonic. Maybe Salem was right. Maybe Salem was right. But going into fighting Ken, that's a matchup where I feel the Sheik has to be playing much better than the Sonic. Because both characters can struggle to kill, but Sonic has more opportunities to get kills. So of course, the Sheik has to be playing on point to either be aware of these opportunities before they happen or just react to it properly. And more than that, I feel like Ken is really good at picking up when a habit works. He'll try a lot of like little changes in his play style. And I'll be like, does the spin dashing from this height work? Yes, no. If not, can I sink lower and do it? Can I sink higher and do it? Or like, hey, is like air dodging to the ground and just doing nothing working? Or is air dodging nairing working? Or is no air dodge nair working? He's really good at fishing out these habits and picking which one works the best against the opponent that he's playing currently. And me personally, I just don't have the consistent Sonic practice to keep up with that level of Sonic play. And because of that, I ended up losing 1-3, but I feel like I played my heart out. You know, I was really upset. It's the biggest tournament of the year, but getting 7th really isn't anything to be sad about. Still really happy about it. Besides that, the rest of the event was amazing. So Salem beat the Buzz, who he has never beaten, even in Brawl. I think that's something to be amazed at. Where you have a demon for such a long time, and you can finally say like, "Hey, I got that one set." I think that's something really to be proud of. Another thing, not only was the SoCal crowd just like way, way, way better this event, Elegant stepping up like for the SoCal crowd was so amazing. Whether it was during groups, during the death group, or during bracket, Elegant stepped up both as a player and as a personality. And that was just, it was really fun to watch him, both in and out of the game, even with his mash faces. If you guys don't know what the mash faces are, you have to go look it up. And with grand finals, the grand finals was probably one of the best things to ever happen for this game. Like Zero versus MK Leo for the biggest prize pot. And it was Leo's Meta Knight, like the throwback, versus Zero's Diddy. Okay, winners finals, let's just pretend that never happened. But Zero started adapting really well with him and his 7 coaches. And overall, it just wasn't enough. Leo still ended up pulling through. And even with that, it's a really happy ending for 2017 Smash 4. I was glad to be a part of it, and I was glad to watch it almost as much. Hope you guys enjoyed the event as much as I did. And thanks for watching, guys.